So my name's Courtney and today I'm going to do a little tutorial on this eye makeup look. It's a nice soft glam, like brown gold, nice and easy and simple. Well, I hope it is anyway, for you to follow along to and practice. I tried not to go too out there with colours just cause not everyone's into colour, but you're more than welcome to do this with colour. You need a light shade, a dark shade, a shimmer shade. That's all you need for this. There is going to be an email in the description box for you to send any questions to while you're following along the tutorial, or whether you're just watching and got any questions about any products that I'm using. Just feel free to give an email and I'll be able to get back to you and answer any questions. But without further ado, let's get into the video. For this look, I am going to use the Beauty Bay palette. So I'm starting off with my base already done. It's personal preference. You can start with your eyes first or your base first. Today I've just done my base first just for the sake of the video. I would usually start with eyes first, but either way it doesn't really matter. It just depends what you're comfortable with. To start off with the eyes, I'm going to go in with the Revolution concealer and I'm just going to dab a little bit onto the eyelids, and this is just going to act as a base for our eyeshadow. I'm going to take just a little concealer buffing brush and start patting that all over the lid, being careful to avoid the eyebrows if you have done them first. If not, then it doesn't really matter. So I'm just patting that all over, making sure there's no creases and we don't set the concealer. This just helps with the eyeshadows and helping them stick down and last a little bit longer, and of course like it helps like the pigmentation and stuff. So once the base is done, I'm then going to go in with the Beauty Bay palette. This is just a big palette full of like neutral shades, browns, a bit of cranberry, and then all your shimmers as well. So by no means do you need this palette at all. You go with whatever you want. Just need a transition shade and a deeper shade to go in the crease, and then that's about it, and like some shimmer shades as well, because hopefully we're going to turn this into like quite a glam look. Fingers crossed. So to start off with, I'm going to go in with the light brown shade. I'm just taking that on a big fluffy brush, just one like this, and then I'm just going to start blending that into the crease. And with this you want to use little window wipe, what's it called? Window wiper motions. And just blend that all into the crease and above up towards the eyebrow. I'm just taking a little bit of eyeshadow at a time and building it up rather than going in and coating your brush and then putting it on your eye, because once it's on there, it's on there. And it's always easier to add than take away. So I just keep going in, tapping into the palette and blending. Also, sorry, my mirror is like down here, so if I'm looking down a lot, that is why. So once you're happy with the blend, you can start to take its shape. So with my looks, I prefer to do a little bit of a winged out look, so I'm going to take a tiny bit from the palette, tap off any excess and start dragging that out towards the temple. Just using a really light hand. You don't need to press heavy at all, because again, take your time a bit, build it up. That's the best way I can explain to do makeup. You just have to take your time and build up your eyeshadows. So it's just taking a nice little natural wing up towards the temple. Just blend out the edges once more, and that is your transition done. So for the crease, I'm going to take this darker brown shade here, and for this I'm taking a slightly smaller blending brush, tapping off any excess and just start working that into the crease. The way you know where your crease is when you rest your brush onto your eyelid and push in slightly. It's easier to find your crease if you have your mirror down, so you can tilt your head back and look down, and that way you've got a full view of your eye. And just work that into your crease. Honestly, you don't need much of the dark shade. It just depends on how dramatic you want the look to be. So for this, I'm going to try and make it as glam as possible, using as least as possible. So I've just dipped back into the lighter brown and I'm going over the edges again. Still building up on that wing and just making sure everything blends in nicely and you've got no patches and things like that. So this is what it's looking like so far. So then, to get the most out of your shimmers, you can either use your finger, which is a good solution, or you can use like a packer brush like this one, And the way you can use that is using your shimmer and then spray it. Today I'm going to go one step extra though, because this is going to be like a bit of a going out look. So I'm going to take the concealer again, a little bit on the back of my hand, just like so. I'm going to take the packer brush and work that into the concealer on my hand like this, and then I'm just going to pat this all over the lid, starting from by the lash line and slowly working up. Okay, so take a little bit more, and this is just acting as a new fresh base for our shimmer to sit on top of. And with this you can be as neat or as like not messy but blended as you want it to be, because I don't really want this to be a defined cut crease. I just want to be able to separate between the shimmer and the matte shade that we've put in our crease. So still just patting that all over, and then what you can do is go in with your finger and just go over all the edges and making sure you've got no build up of concealer on the eye. So can you see what that's done there? At this point you can literally set it with a like lighter eyeshadow like there. Today I'm going to use this gold shade here, and what I'm going to do is take that same packer brush. I'm just going to wipe the excess off on my hand so there's not too much concealer on it, and coat both sides of the brush and just start packing that onto the lid. If you have started with your base first, I would recommend making sure that you've definitely set all your like your cream products on your face, so you've used your setting powders and stuff, so if you have got any fallout you can just swipe it away at the end. It's so easy to do. It's more like when you're playing with colours and things like that I'd recommend definitely doing eyes first, because you never know which way colours are going to go. But yeah, just popping the shimmer shade all over where we popped down the concealer. So you should have something a little bit like this. And then what I'm going to do is take the smaller brush that we used for the dark brown shade, take a bit of that dark brown and work it over the outer corner just to build up some definition and make it feel a little bit more smoky. As well, doing this step will help blend the eyeliner into the eyeshadow as well. So just flicking that outwards. And then going in with the bigger brush, and just going over all the edges. So there's like a pattern going on here, like just keep going back and forth. I'm just adding a tiny bit more of the lighter brown. And going over the edges again. And that is just how you achieve like the perfect blended eyeshadow. And as well, if you find that you've gone a little bit too high with your concealer, then you can just go in with your darker shade and just lightly blend over the top. Also, another thing I want to mention is when you're doing your concealer is to take the concealer above your crease slightly. This way when you open your eyes you can still see the shimmer shade on your lids. I hope that makes sense. So now what I'm going to do is take a tiny little bullet brush, dip into a light shimmer shade, one a bit similar to this one. It can be any colour really. It can, to be honest, this could be your time to add a bit of colour into the look and pop something on the inner corner. It's yours to run with. So I'm just taking a little bit and popping it on the inner corner. This just brightens it up and opens the eye just a little bit. For eyeliner, I'm going to go in with a black pencil liner. This one's just from LA Girl, but any black liner will do. And what I like to do is pull slightly and lightly on the side of my eye, just to stretch up the skin, just because I've got quite wrinkly eyelids, and go along the lash line. Just like so. And it doesn't matter if it's not neat because we're going to blend it out in a minute anyway. So I'm just going to take a small angled brush. You can take any small brush, just it has to be quite thin. And then I'm going to go in with a black eyeshadow like this. And for this you can use a brow powder. If you haven't got a black eyeshadow, you can use like a brow powder. You can use anything you want really, just as long as it's like a dark powder. it'll help blend out this eyeliner. So I'm just taking the black shade and running over the pencil that we've just put down. And again, you just want to be a little bit careful of the fallout, so don't put too much on your brush. So that is the top of the eye all complete, and then we're going to go onto underneath. So because this is like super glam, I'm going to take the black pencil, and you want to pull your waterline away from your eyeball. This is just to stop the pencil getting too close to your eye and your eye watering and stuff, because there's nothing worse than when you're doing your makeup and then your eye starts to water and it's just game over. Stay home. I mean, listen, but it's just a bit of a nightmare to clean back up. So I just pull it away slightly and run the pencil in the waterline. So now I'm going to go in with a small little bullet brush like this. I'm going to take the darkest shade, start running that underneath the eye. I never know where to look when I'm doing this. If you do have pretty sensitive eyes, I recommend looking up as much as you can. And what you want to do is connect all your bottom eyeshadows to the shadows on the top as well, and this is how you get your seamless blend into the wing. So then I'm going to take the big fluffy brush that we use for the lightest brown, tap off all the excess, look up and run that all underneath the eye. So that is the first eye all complete, and then all you need to do is add mascara and lashes. So I'm going to use the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Ecstatic Mascara and just really coat the lashes. Make them nice and black so that they blend in with the false lashes. Obviously, if you don't wear false lashes, then just coat your lashes as best as you can possible. Maybe even use an eyelash curler so that they face more upwards so you can see them more, but by no means you have to wear fake eyelashes, because I know myself, they are a pain to get on and off. So mascara is on, and today I'm going to use, I've already used these, but they're called Sassy from Prima Lashes, and I just reuse them all the time, to be honest. And because we're in lockdown, I have no intention of ordering a big load of lashes, so here I am reusing. My little hack for doing lashes is I use a duo glue, the one with the stick, and if you don't have this, if you have like a squirty glue or anything, squirt some onto the end of a makeup brush and then use your makeup brush to put the glue on the lash. This way you're not getting no like big blobs of like eyelash glue, like ruining your eyelashes. So I found by doing this and just literally running the stick along, you get just as much as you need, rather than overloading your lashes and then they become all gluey and gunky and they're just a nightmare to put on that way. And as well, sometimes if you haven't let them dry down to be tacky enough, the glue can like sometimes get into your eyes and your eyes water, and it's just a bit of a mess. So that's my little, what would you call it, preference for how to put lashes on. So I'll sit and let them get tacky, and whilst that's happening, I'm just going to brush over the skin and make sure, I don't know why I'm brushing that side, I haven't even done that side. Brush over the skin and make sure no fallout is gone anywhere. Okay, so putting lashes on takes concentration, pure concentration. So I've let the lash get a little bit tacky. I'm going to tilt my head back, look down and sit it on top of my lashes and then give them a wiggle, pushing in either end so that the outer and inner corners are definitely stuck down, because there's nothing worse than when they start lifting and irritating your eye. And just give them a little pinch. If you've got tweezers and prefer tweezers, then use them instead. I just prefer to use my fingers because I feel I can get a good grip. But yeah, that is the eye all complete. So I'm going to complete this eye off camera and then I'll be back to finish the lips and talk about the makeup. See you in a minute. Okay, so I'm back. This eye's all done. Also, do you know when I said don't rush to put your lash on? I rushed to put my lash on. It was a nightmare. but we'll get over it. So this is the eyes so far. So you can use bronzer, you can use brow powders, you can recreate with whatever you want. If you've not got this specific palette, it doesn't matter. A light shade, a dark shade, a shimmer shade, you do you. But I just wanted to show the technique of how having deep shades and then using concealer to cut, well not cut, but put over your eyelids and then adding shimmer on just adds the look so much more. It makes it feel so much more glam and like as if you've made so much effort when really you just added a tiny bit of concealer, and just makes your shimmer shades pop so much more. As well, I want to mention, if you don't like the winged look, just take it to the outer corner of your eyes and bring it down. Just blend all your shadows down. So I'm going to do lips. I need to stop doing that. I find so many funny habits when I'm doing videos now. I get makeup all over me, just so you know. Okay, so for lips, I'm going to go in with the Morphe Frenchie lip liner. Wow, that needs a sharpen. This is like a little nude shade, and it acts as a guide for your lipstick, because you know when you just start going a little bit too wild and your lips end up looking like clown lips. That's what we don't want. So I use a nice light shade so it's not too dramatic. She says, and then accidentally goes off the line. I can't really talk when I do this. Once that's on, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Seductress. And I am actually running off this one, but where's my little mirror again? It's better than what's down there. It is one of my favourite shades and lasts so long on the lips. Like a liquid lipstick over a lipstick any day. And then beautiful. Oh, do I want to keep it matte? I think I'm going to keep it matte. But I did have, so this is a disgusting one by the way now, but this is a clear gloss and it was from Primark. They're literally about £2, I'm not even joking. They're one of the best lip glosses I've used. So like they are a little bit sticky, but they last ages, and you're not really bothered when you start turning a little bit of a weird colour. You know, when you start using them like over, slipped and put lip gloss on after saying nothing gonna. But yeah, if you just tap a little bit over, just makes your lips feel like a little bit bigger. Okay, so this is the finished look. It's brown, it's golden, it's soft glam, well, soft glam, and it was super simple to do. It was 3 eyeshadows and a concealer. Honestly, I do hope that it's something you can recreate at home and make yourself feel all nice and dolled up, even though we're all stuck inside. I do hope it's provided some sort of escape and something nice to watch and follow along to and practice, and hope it makes you feel good. As I've said at the start of the video, there is going to be an email in the description box for you to send a question to, and I will be able to answer, whether it's about a product, whether it's about what I'm wearing on my face right now, because I know I didn't do a skin tutorial, but it's just a very long-winded video. If I do eyes and face in the same video, it gets a little bit boring. Like, I don't even enjoy watching full face tutorials, it just gets a bit much. So this is a nice little quick easy eye look for you to practice, and I hope everyone's feeling okay. I hope everyone's staying safe and everyone's healthy, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.